Hey everybody. Happy Monday, March 14th. We're almost in the middle of March. Excuse my gravelly voice. I'm still kind of recovering from some kind of crud. I'm going to go to urgent care when we finish here and hopefully get some antibiotics because this has been going on about 10 days. So just a really bad head cold that I'm afraid has kind of gone into my chest, but we will survive. If you're here, please say hello. For some reason, hi Carol. Okay, I can see your comments. Oh, we don't need that. Okay, we're gonna make something really fun today. I just had kind of an idea in my head this morning, and I was able to make it come to fruition. I should have gotten a lozenge before I started. All right, so I'm going to pull my camera over so you guys don't get dizzy here. I think that will be good. A little bit. Carol, you have had laryngitis for 2 weeks, so stuff is going around. Yeah, I got this from my husband. He had this, and he's still got it. But so whatever it is, it hangs around. But he was tested for the COVID, and it wasn't the COVID. So I don't think that's what it is, but we will find out. We're going to make this little leprechaun hat for St. Patrick's Day. This is St. Patrick's week, and I thought a little treat holder. I haven't done a treat holder in a long time. I guess we did a little Easter basket or a springtime basket yesterday. This is kind of hard to see from the top, but it was pretty easy to put together once I figured out how I wanted to do it. So I made a template, and I will pop this template, a PDF of this template up on my page, the post, maybe right below this video later on today. And all you have to do is just print it out and cut it. But what it is it's an old coffee wrap die that I had. So you may have a coffee wrap die that you could trace, but that's how I did it to get the top of the hat. I needed it to be a good size for our, I used the layering circles dies for the base of the little leprechaun hat. And I didn't have any gold coin candy, but I had some candy kisses, but maybe when I'm out and about I can pick up some gold coin candy. That would go real well with the St. Patrick's Day theme. The paper I chose to use today is from the annual catalog. I've been using this a lot lately. It's perfect for spring. It is the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. Very pretty springtime floral prints. I wanted this green stripe for the little hat's band. And then I used the Evening Evergreen gingham for the hat base. So that's where the paper came from. And that is in our annual catalog. So if you do not have a demonstrator, I would be happy to send one out to you. So let me know in the comments or send me a message and I will get a catalog out to you. But I made this template, and then I took a 3-inch piece of the paper, the Evening Evergreen. It's 3 by almost 8. And I'm going to trace it on the back side so I won't have any pencil marks on my gingham part. I'm just going to use a pencil. This is kind of easier to do if you're standing up over it. I'm seated, so I'm kind of doing it at an angle. If you have trouble being steady with your tracing, go ahead and use some low-tack tape or some washi tape and tape your template right onto the paper and then kind of trace around it that way. This is just copy paper that I used. So we're going to cut that out. They're all straight lines, so not a big deal. You can, like I said, you can make this little party favor. You don't really need any special tools other than the circle dies, but you could probably trace around a circle, find a little bowl that's the right diameter and just trace and cut your circle out for the hat base. I did use circle dies for the hat base. So, but if you wanted to whip one of these out really quick or for your coworkers or friends, you wouldn't need any special tools to do this. Okay, now I'm going to take my template, and on the PDF that I'll post, there'll be this little dashed line. Hi, Kay. And I'm going to just take my paper piercing mat, and I'm going to set this over the template over the designer series paper that we just cut out. And I didn't do this, but we'll do it just so you can kind of see. If it's more helpful for you to use some washi tape or a Post-it note or some low-tack tape just to hold this down. It's not, required, but it might help you to keep everything steady. And then I'm going to take my stylus. You could probably use a bone folder, and I'm just going to trace along this dotted line, dashed line, dotted line. I'm not pressing too hard because designer series paper is it's not thick like cardstock, so we just need a little score line there. Thank you, Kay. Now, you guys probably won't be able to see it, but there's a tiny little score line there, and I'm just going to take my fingers and just go right down that line we just did with our stylus and just bend it. It's not going to bend too well, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. I just want it to be really where I can see it. Because it's rounded, it's not going to want to fold down completely. But just do your best to get it. And you can take your bone folder if you want, but don't tear your paper. We're going to do something here next, so it will keep it from. So this is what it's going to look like now. So we traced along that dotted line to create this little scored area. And now I'm going to take my little paper snips, and I am just going to snip up to that score line. All along this little, I think it's about 1/4 of an inch panel. And like I said, I will post the PDF. If I don't get it right after the video, because I do have to hit the urgent care at 3:20, and they said they will not make, late appointments will not be accepted. So I have to be on time. Okay, now I am going to, so we've got all these little fringes. I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue. You could use some tear and tape, but use something that's pretty strong right on this edge, and we're just going to curl it. And we could have used our bone folder here to kind of, now that I've got the glue on there, I'm afraid to do it, but you know how to kind of get a curl in your paper. That might help a little bit. I just don't want to get my bone folder in that that glue. Okay. Then we're going to just glue the edges together. I think I went about 1/4 of an inch over. Now my hands are all inky. I did have some wet wipes in here earlier. Or they're not all inky, they're all gluey. Okay, so that's our cup. So that's going to be the top of our little leprechaun hat. And then we have this little edge here that we trimmed out. And because we trimmed those, we were able to make it round. And I cut out 2 scallop circles. I cut one out of the evening evergreen and one out of the, is it poppy parade? I always want to call it pansy petals. We do have a poppy parade. And I used our layering circles dies. I used the largest scallop circle for the base, and I just layered them on top and did one little cut with my die cutting machine. But like I said, if you do not have any circle dies, find just something round that would work, the right size, a bowl or a saucer, and just trace around it and cut it, and that would work too. So I'm going to also use my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to glue these 2 together. And the reason I used the cardstock on the bottom was just to give my little treat basket a little bit of extra sturdiness is the word I'm looking for. I was also thinking if you had a little Dixie cup, remember the little Dixie cups we used to have at Grandma's house? My grandma always had Dixie cups. You could just cut that and open it and use that as a template if you don't want to use my PDF template. But and now we're going to add our glue on those little fringes that we just made, our little flaps. I thought this would be really cute if you were having like an Alice in Wonderland themed party as well. I thought it looked a little bit like the Mad Hatter's hat. So I was trying to think what other kind of occasions you could use this for. Besides our, you could make this a Santa hat at Christmas time. Just change up your papers and your, all that. So there is the hat, and it's going to glue on there. If you want to, you can take your little bone folder and just kind of press down on those little flaps. That's what's going to kind of hold it together. If you wanted to be really fancy, you could cut a circle with a circle die and put in the bottom, and it would kind of have a base, and all that would be covered up, but I didn't think that was probably necessary. Okay, now we're going to embellish our little hat. So to do that, I took a strip of the, I loved this green paper with the stripes. It's got the evening evergreen and the soft succulent. And I'm going to use my bone folder and curl it a little bit. And then I'm going to put just a string of glue around the base of my hat. I thought that would be easier than, than trying to put the glue on the strip of paper. And there is a little seam that we attached everything, so I'm going to start over here at the seam. And then just carry this paper around. Now I just cut out a piece of 1/2 inch. This is 1/2 inch by 12 inch. So I'm going to trim some off here because we won't need that much, obviously. Okay, what else did we decide? This would be a cute Santa hat, the little hat that Frosty the Snowman wears. So winter and Christmas time, this would be a cute little project besides our Leprechaun hat. Like I said, if you were doing an Alice in Wonderland themed birthday party or something like that, I thought it would be really cute too. It kind of looks like the Mad Hatter's hat on that. Okay, so there's our little hat band. Then I made, sorry you guys, 2 clovers, 3-leaf clovers. I didn't do the 4-leaf. And to cut those hearts out, y'all, my nose is running so bad. I'm so sorry. This is the 9th or 10th day of this, so I'm going to the urgent care to figure out what's going on. I'm using the Give It a Whirl dice. You guys know I use these all the time. I think I used them last week. And I'm using the small little stitched heart and the medium-sized little stitched heart to make our they're not 4-leaf clovers. They're 3-leaf clovers. I guess I could have done 4, but I did 3. So I went ahead and die cut those out so you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch. And there's something from last week. So I should have 3 of each. We can also go ahead and put our little buckle on our hat. And I just cut out, I think this is an 1 by 1 square of some yellow print from that Pansies, 3/4 inch, 3/4 by 3/4. So I'm going to just glue that on there, and I am going to give it a little curl because our hat is a little rounded, just so it will glue a little bit easier for me. I'm going to go ahead and put that on first. So okay, and then for the center of the buckle, I just cut a little tiny, I don't even know what this measures, of that green stripe. It's 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to cut it down, make it more of a square. So just the tiniest little square. And I'm going to put that right in the middle so it looks like we have a buckle on there. And our lines are going this way. So we'll just stick it right there. Okay, so there's our little hat band. Now to put these together, I couldn't find my 1/2 hole punch, but you just really need a scrap of something. I'm going to take some of this soft succulent and use this retired 3/4 inch hole punch because I couldn't find my 1/2 inch. I would have preferred the smaller one. Or you can just use a scrap, and then I just cut it in half. And I'm going to put some glue on it. And then take those 3 hearts whoops. Hi, Susan. Hi, Kat. I try to come on every Monday at 2 and every Wednesday at 2, but, you know, Life gets in the way sometimes. And I just am not feeling well, so I wasn't sure I'd make it today, but I just thought this was so cute and you needed to know how to make it before St. Patrick's Day. It's like I said, you don't really need any special tools. You can embellish the hat any way you want. You could just leave it like that and put your treats in it. I just dolled it up a little bit with these clover leaves. You could also use some cute little flowers, some flower dies or flower punches or flower, what are they called? Die cuts, if you have any of those around. Oops. So I'm just taking these 3 little heart dies, and I'll show you how I did the stems. Hi, Stephanie. You can just watch the replay later, honey. We're making this little, what are they called? Little St. Patrick's Day treat holder. Okay, there's my little clovers, and then I'm just going to take a piece of scrap and make like a little stem for these. Not sure the stem is even necessary, but it kind of makes it look more like a clover. These would be really cute for a teacher gift. I don't know if a gift card would fit in there, like a coffee gift card for any teachers you know for St. Patrick's Day. Co-workers, just, you know, brighten somebody's day up. Your family, little place setting at St. Patrick's Day. There we go. Like I said, I use Candy Kisses, but if I'm out and about and I see the little gold coins that they sometimes have, I might grab those. Those would be a cute little filler too. Okay, now that I've got my clovers put together, I'm just going to glue this onto the side of the hat, just like that. And then the second one, I just took a little mini dimensional to pop it up just a little bit and put it, oops, the glue hasn't quite taken hold. Well, okay, there we go. I guess that looks kind of good. And then we're going to put our little ribbon, little bow there at the bottom of that. But first let's do our stamping. I just made a little Let's Celebrate. I don't have a, I probably do in my storage somewhere, have something with a Happy St. Pat's Day. I should have kept that. You know how sometimes you get rid of things and I always like to make room for the new stuff, so I kind of get rid of, but that's something I should have kept hold of. So I went ahead and took the Let's Celebrate You stamp from the Sweet as a Peach stamp set, but you might have something that would work better. You might have a Happy St. Pat's Day. Now if I can find the stamp. All right, I just used it. Where did it go? Here, oh, right here, duh. All right, and this is the masking I do. Let's see, I had a piece of that Evening Evergreen I wanted to use. Here it is. Here it is. So I'm going to use we use these heart dies from the Give It a Whirl I used the small and the medium heart for our clover. I'm going to use this die for our sentiment. And I'm going to mask this die because I don't want it to say let's celebrate you. I want to just say let's celebrate. So I'm taking a piece of washi tape and just covering that U up on the stamp. And then I'm inking this up probably a lot more than I need to. And I did that in the evening evergreen on top of a little scrap of soft succulent. They're two of my favorite greens. I just realized that we're going to be getting some new in colors. And I saw my upline posted, doggone it. She posted that she's extra special, and she got to see she's quite a wonder, quite a Stampin' Up! Wonder, and she got to see the new catalog that's coming in May, and she says we're going to love it. So I'm excited for that. But I'm always sad when the in colors go away. All right. I'm going to use my mini cut and emboss machine. And during the month of March, I'm going to mention again, you guys are going to get sick of hearing me say it, but this is on sale right now during the month of March, this machine. So if you have had your eye on it, now's a good time to grab it. And there are several stamps and die bundles that work with the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine that are also on 20% off. So yay. Okay. Clean that up later. All right. I kind of got crazy with the tape and it kind of ripped my paper, but I think it's okay. I'm going to curl that a little bit like I do. I like to do a little up and then up and make it look like a little, it's floating in the wind. And then all I did was take a piece of, not a piece, but a small mini glue dot. It doesn't want to stick. Oh, for some reason, it just doesn't want to stick. So I had trouble with my sample getting that mini glue dot to stick. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to put a little bit here on that bridge, that little curved area. And I'm going to stick that behind my, and see how that, I don't know if you can tell, it kind of pops it up a little. We could have put a dimensional under that and that would have helped too. But I just did it like that. That's so cute. And then that is it. That is your little, I'm trying to think what those little things are at St. Patrick's Day. The little, what are they, y'all? I said it at the beginning. I used some filler. I just had some filler and I stuffed it in there. That always makes everything look a lot prettier. And then, like I said, if I had some of the gold coins, that would be awfully cute as well. But that is my little St. Patrick's Day elf hat. I can't think what they call him. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. I'll be back Wednesday at 2, and hopefully I will get something from urgent care this afternoon, and I won't sound so gravelly. But if you make one of these, I would love to see it. Please share it with us. Oh, they have gold wrapped kisses too. Oh, that would probably be easier to find than the gold coins right now. Leprechaun. Thank you, Stephanie. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, the little template for the hat top will be, what time is it? Oh, I probably have time. I will post it in the comments below this video. I'm going to have to scan it and print it or upload it. And then you'll have the template. And like I said, just cut it out. This is just copy paper. And do it that way. And then you don't need any special dies. If you don't have circle dies or circle punch, you could, what is the size of these? It's 3-inch circle. That's a pretty big circle. You might have a saucer or a, you know, a little bowl that would work. And that way you could get these done before St. Patrick's Day. So thank you for joining me. You guys have a great afternoon and we'll see you Wednesday. Happy stamping.